Let's go to Christina Coleman. She's on the ground in L.A. for us. Christina.
Hi, John. Yeah, we're here outside of the federal building where at least 300 to 400 protesters have gathered. They're protesting against the Trump administration's deportations efforts. Tension is running high here. There's a lot of cursing, shouting. There's a lot of graffiti, a lot of bad words up there. People clearly very upset. 300 National Guardsmen have been deployed to 3 separate locations in the greater Los Angeles area so far to ensure safety and protect federal property. White House officials say this response is necessary to address the lawlessness that has been allowed to fester here in the L.A. area. President Trump says he's deploying 2,000 California National Guard troops to L.A. So far, at least 300 National Guardsmen have been deployed to 3 separate locations in the L.A. area.
You can protest all you want. You got your First Amendment rights. But if you cross that line of impediment, or you're putting hands on officers, or destroy property, you will be prosecuted. We're already ahead of the game. We're already mobilizing. We're going to bring National Guard in tonight. We're going to continue doing our job.
And take a look at this chaos from yesterday. Rioters were waving around Mexican flags or waving it around a fire there in southeast L.A. County. They were setting fires in the streets during an anti-ICE protest. Tear gas was used to disperse the violent anti-ICE protesters, but some of them threw those tear gas canisters right back at law enforcement. It was a dangerous, dangerous situation. And in addition to setting all those fires, rioters were also throwing boulders and rocks at law enforcement. And then on Friday, right here at the federal building, over 1,000 rioters surrounded it and attacked it. Violent protesters tried to stop ICE agents from carrying out their operations, arresting those with final orders of removal by an immigration judge that had not complied with that order. And get this, just moments ago, DHS released some information on some of the people that have been arrested. DHS officials say some of the illegal aliens arrested this week in L.A. have a criminal history, a lengthy one, and some of them, they involve a whole host of crimes ranging from sexual battery, second-degree murder, and willful cruelty to a child. But violent protesters still demanded that ICE release everyone they arrested. Authorities say those violent protesters, they assaulted law enforcement officers, slashed tires, defaced buildings and taxpayer-funded property. And immigration activists, they held a press conference that night calling for the release of everyone who had been arrested.
We're going to fight so our families are free. So we are asking that everybody that got arrested today be released. We want them in their houses with their families, with their children. That's where this is where we belong. This is our home, and we belong here.
Okay, so everybody is like running off right now. I'm not sure why. I can see just down the street. My photographer can move with me a little bit. There's a huge group of people marching down the street right now, and you can see this might be what we've seen before. Oh, look at that, Andy. If you can just scoot over to the right, look over here to the right. You can see there's protesters squaring off with law enforcement right now. Can you see that? So there you have, okay, we're hearing the flashbangs. We're hearing the flashbangs right now. This is what we've been seeing night after night. These clashes, these some of these violent protesters squaring off with law enforcement. You have that law enforcement in riot gear there. You could see them with their shields. They're forming a line. They're doing what they can to protect themselves from these protesters. And you have more of them, more of these protesters coming down the street right now. And you can see how quickly this could get out of hand. I'm watching people put on face masks. We're going to continue to watch this. We're seeing this right now. We can see it. Can we walk a little bit? Can we walk a little bit just to show a little bit more what we can see, Andy? If can. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right, so here we go. We're going to take you up to the line so you can see what's happening here. All right, so you can see right now you have officers that created a line to protect themselves, standing here with these protesters who are continuing to shout at them. The disrespect, the level of disrespect has just been insane over these past few days. You have so many people cursing and shouting at law enforcement. You know, these people are out here, they're just trying to protect and serve. They're just trying to keep this community safe. following instructions. They're here supporting ICE agents as they carry out their operations, and that this is what they have to deal with. You see a lot of people, I'm looking at a lot of people with their face, okay, they're spraying some more. We're going to scoot back just a little bit more. Staying with our photographer, trying to stay at a safe distance. I got you, Andy. I got you.
Stay with me. Don't
I got you. All right, so you can see they're pulling out the shields. The California National Guard, you can see there, we're hearing more flashbang grenades. Again, you have... All right, so you can see you have the police here, you have the National Guards here, tactical vehicles, military vehicles. Again, this is the very same place where all that violence broke out on Friday, when you had the acting ICE director, Todd Lyons, calling it appalling. This is where that happened, where they said that that there were over 1,000 protesters. That was on Friday, and now we are dealing with this at this moment. Yeah. You guys, I'm coughing in some of that pepper spray. So my voice might be a little shaky.
It's a very tenuous and tense situation there. Heard you say that you may have inhaled a little pepper spray, and we certainly appreciate you staying on the job.
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay, John. You can stay with me if you need to. I'm good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean,
you can stay with me if you need to. I'm good.
This is live television, and it's one of the biggest stories in the country right now. You can see that the National Guard members are remaining calm in the face of these taunts and heckling and even you know, well, I guess we haven't really seen violence yet from the protesters, but give us a sense of what you're seeing there.
That's right. Right. Well, so what I'm saying, and you can step back a little bit. I'm going to get on the camera so I can kind of show them here. So if you look behind me, you can see that they've created a line to try and keep themselves safe and trying to protect this federal building. Again, they're trying to protect property and keep the community safe as these protests, these crowds continue to get out of control. This is how it's been for the past 2 days. Things are calm, and then all of a sudden things just pop off. It only takes a moment. You have people cursing. You have people shouting them down. I mean, they have people writing, just saying all kinds of things. You have graffiti. I mean, like when I tell you that it was peaceful and quiet just about 2 hours ago, it was, and you see how vastly different things have changed. All right, so you can see here they're firing off more flashbangs. We're firing off more flashbangs right here. Okay, we're gonna scoot forward. We're gonna scoot forward. So you have more law enforcement vehicles pulling up. You have more. So right now there's a row of law enforcement vehicles pulling up. You can see.
I wanted to ask Christina, is this entirely the work?
Auntie, turn this direction. Come look the way.
Is this entirely the work of the? John? I wanted to know if this is entirely, left up to the National Guard to protect these buildings. You said that law enforcement is moving in. That's local law enforcement.
Right. Right. Well, I can see you got U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. You see their vehicles driving in here. There's yet a lot of reinforcement. You've got police. You have sheriff's deputies who are providing assistance, and you also have the National Guard who are helping out. So you got police. You got local law enforcement. You have the sheriff's department. You got Border Patrol agents. So many people are showing up here doing what they can. And again, this is to protect these ICE agents who are simply doing their jobs and getting some of these criminal aliens off the streets. And I had just mentioned some of the lengthy histories that some of the people who have been arrested, some of them what we had. I mean, we're talking about second-degree murder, sexual assault. I mean, these are obviously very disturbing crimes. And this is what law enforcement, this is what these ICE agents, they're removing these people from the community, and yet you still have these protesters who are upset over it. They're demanding that everybody be released.
Okay, let's go.
Andy, let's continue to walk forward. We're going to walk a little bit further down here so you can see more of what we're seeing. Look at those military vehicles pulling in now. You have the National Guard here. They've got their masks.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Over here, right behind you.
Okay, come over here. We're gonna walk you a little bit further right now, so you can see with us. Stay with me, Andy. Excuse me. Andy, come with me. All right, so you can come with me right now, and you can see we're right here in the line. Andy, can you? We're right here in the line. Her face on me. Okay, so you can see right now. This is what we're talking about. How quickly this turns. Come this forward. And as you notice, if you look right behind the line of the National Guardsmen here, see how well they are protecting that federal building. That's where everything popped off on Friday, right here. But you can see how quickly they have mobilized and shifted. Look how they're protecting each other. They have their shields. Andy, go ahead and show right here. They're protecting themselves. They have the shields. They're protecting the building. They're trying to keep things safe exactly how the Trump administration wanted. They said they were going to do something about it. You heard Border Czar Tom Homan. He says this violence is not going to be tolerated. You know, people can, they can express their First Amendment rights, but attacking law enforcement, obviously unacceptable. And you can see how quickly the Trump, okay, so they're throwing somebody just threw a bottle at law enforcement. They're throwing bottles at law enforcement. Okay, we're going to move back. We're going to move back. We're going to move back. We're going to stay at a safe distance. So what you saw there, that was law enforcement protecting themselves. That was the National Guard protecting themselves. They're firing more. Okay, so we have the flashbangs going off. We have the flashbangs going off right now. That is because there were several protesters who threw things at the officers.
Christina, we want to make sure you stay safe. It's obviously getting more and more confrontational there. We want to make sure you stay safe, and certainly don't be breathing in that tear gas, which it appears is going to be coming at you in volumes there. Again,
John,
this is,
pull back for now.
Yeah, please do. This is happening live in Los Angeles. Protesters who are angry that Immigrations and Customs Enforcement has been arresting and getting ready to deport people who are in this country illegally, but not just, garden variety illegal immigrants. They are going after the worst of the worst. We're going to show you in a few moments some of the people who have been arrested in this ongoing operation in Los Angeles. But as you can see, there are a great number of people who are angry about what is happening, and they are trying to do their best to prevent law enforcement from doing what it is supposed to do. We're hats off to our cameraman Andy and Christina Coleman for trying to bring us this live report under some very difficult circumstances there.
Hey, it's Will K.